Hello, and welcome to another episode of Something Chat Show with your host, Tom Jr. Jackson. I am, as always, your host, Tom Jr. Jackson. And today we will be talking about a very funny film, in my opinion, and that would be the movie Bean from 1987. But first, have you checked out the Post Geek Singularity YouTube channel? Because if you have not, you should check it out, because not only for 99 cents, 99 cents a month, can you become a member of the channel, but you can also join their members only Zoom chats and talk to the captain himself, Robert Meyer Burnett, all the way from the USS Observatory. What sort of shows does the Post Geek Singularity have? Well, they have shows like Midnight Musings with hosts Robert Meyer Burnett, RM, and Leo Rockwell from 1/6 Scale Man, and Midnight Metal with Robert Meyer Burnett and director Dave Parker. But wait, there's more. There's also Let's Get Physical Media with Robert Meyer Burnett and everybody's favorite German from Saarbrücken, Germany, Dieter, the Trash Panda, Fully Articulated with Robert Meyer Burnett and Az, Whining About Movies with Robert Meyer Burnett and his beautiful co-pilot, Elizabeth Gwendolyn Bell, and Observations with your captain, Robert Meyer Burnett, as well as the brand new show on the Post Geek Singularity Network, Ladies of the PGS, with your host RM every Monday, 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific, where she embraces masculinity, and they also embrace talking about sci-fi, horror, Star Trek, Star Wars, Marvel, DC, and sex and more. So check that show out. And speaking of RM, have you checked out her channel, Positive Fandom? Well, if you have not, check it out now. Check it out. She does unboxings. She has reviews such as movie reviews, out of the theater reviews, trailer reviews, and movie reviews, TV show reviews, trailer reviews, and reactions. And her show Sunday Brunch Live with her co-host Russ Whitfield every Sunday morning at 10:30 a.m. Eastern, 7:30 a.m. Pacific, with a parlay all about the chat and pop culture that's fit to print. I mean, talk about. So check those shows out. Now on with the review. And also everything, as I say before, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and check out my channel and their channels. Like, comment, subscribe to my channel, and as well, as the other two channels down below in the description box. You'll find their information. And now on with the show. We're going to talk about a movie from 1997 called Bean. Now, one of the greatest physical comics, in my opinion, is Rowan Atkinson. Pure comic, physical comic genius. And in 1990, he created the character of Mr. Bean. And in 1997, because that character was so popular, he brought it to the big screen. And the name of that movie was Bean, the movie. In Bean, the movie, we find Mr. Bean working as a caretaker in the Royal National Gallery. That's the Royal National Art Gallery. And the problem with it is that his bosses do not like him and they want to fire him. But the chairman of the board loves him and says, if you even bother to touch him, I will leave and you will not get my money. And excuse me, so they figure out how are they going to get rid of B. And what they decide to do is they decide they're going to send him to LA to a small art gallery where the hijinks begin. And it's from there, clearly, you will see some of the funniest physical comedy I've ever seen, honestly. The things that Rowan Atkinson does, some of the things in this film are some of his best bits that he's done on his show, and some of the stuff was written specifically for the film as well. But it is funny, and I've loved the show since the show. Since it first came out, because it was so different, so original, and you could be any age and watch it and still laugh. So the film of Bean premiered on November 7th, 1997. That's almost 30 years. 2027 will be 30 years. And yeah, almost 30 years ago. I remember going to see this at the movies, and this is one of the silliest, goofy movies I've ever seen. And saying that is a good thing. Because it's okay to be a silly, goofy movie. And every now and then we need them. And silly, goofy movies are the staple of releasing your mind and forgetting about your problems. Let's see here, and the fact that they take in parts from the series and put it into the film, like they take in certain routines and worked it into the film, it actually fits and works perfectly in the film. Now, besides Rowan Atkinson, this film has a great cast. Peter McNichol, who was in Ghostbusters 2. He was on Ally McBeal. He was in the movie House Sitter to John Mills. Pamela Reed, who was in Junior and Kindergarten Cop, I believe. Harris Yulin, who was also in Ghostbusters 2 as the judge. He was also in the Al Franken film Stewart Saves His Family. Larry Drake from what's that movie? What's that show? LA Law, and he was the bad guy in Darkman. Johnny Galecki from Roseanne, The Big Bang Theory. Andrew Lawrence, brother of Joey Lawrence. Whoa. And a young Peter Capaldi as well. This is another film with Peter Capaldi in it. Brief appearance, but he is in it. And I didn't realize that till the other day when I was watching this film. That's Peter Capaldi. Pretty cool. And Sandra Oh, who was in Michelle Arliss. She was in Killing Eve. She was on Grey's Anatomy. And must be Burt Reynolds or something, because Burt Reynolds was in this film. He was a big fan of Mr. Bean, and the character he plays is the general, but they were looking for an unknown to play it. And once Burt Reynolds called, said, "I would like to be in this film. If you have anything open, I'll play it." And he ended up playing the general in this film. The Bean film, the Mr. Bean film, was the first film to gross $100 million before even being released in the US. And many celebrities are fans of Mr. Bean, such as Steve Martin. Steve Martin wanted to be in this film. He wanted to play the Peter McNichol role. And that would have been funny too. In 1997, Bean was the most watched movie in Finland. Over 420,000 people saw it in theaters when it was released. Can you imagine that? That's how popular this character was, or is, I should say. Like I said, this is not only a silly movie, but it's a fun one at best. Films like this, even though they are goofy and crazy, they need to be made. And they're what I like to call a take your mind off your problems type of film. And there was some really good laughs in this film. There's some great laughs in this film. As a matter of fact, watching this the other night, I laughed like I haven't in a while. And I haven't watched this movie in a while. I may have watched it about six months, maybe almost a year ago, something like that. This movie is still funny. And I remember seeing it when it first came out in the theaters. It is still funny, and it made me howl with laughter. And I love laughing. I like that the adaptability of Mr. Bean is that even with the show, you can watch it and not have to know the language, because you can be any age and enjoy it. We could really be from anywhere and enjoy it, because there really is no language to it. But that's the show. But even with the movie, it's very, very funny. As a matter of fact, I think you could probably watch the Bean film with the volume off, and it would still work as a silent film. I really do think that. Now, as I said before, I haven't watched this film in a while, and it still holds up. And it makes me still howl with laughter, because the situation that Bean gets into it is so out there and so outrageous and so funny. And I highly, highly recommend it. And as I always say, you don't have to take my word for it. You can disagree if you want, and perfectly fine with that. But this is one of those films that honestly I have on my list of it's a rainy day, I need a good laugh. This is the film to watch. Honestly, this is the film to watch. And it's my go-to goofy, silly film. Um, that's all I got for now. So, have you seen this film? Bean, are you a fan of Rowan Atkinson? Are you a fan of any of his characters? Let me know in the comments. And yeah, this has been fun. I want to thank you all for watching, and please come back for more. I got a bunch of playlists here on the channel. Check them out. Like some of the videos, comment on them. Um, it's always fun making these. I'm enjoying it. I'm doing this to get used to talking one on one to a camera. But I like it. It's fun. And one of these days I'll explain why I like it and why I want to do this. Because the next step is obviously going to be interviews, which will be coming soon. Like I said before, I got an interview set. I just have to set the time to do it. So, all in all, this is fun. I hope you enjoyed it. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe, ring the notification bell because it shows me and my channel that you care, as well as the channels down below. Check them out, subscribe to them. And as always, please remember no matter where you go, no matter who you are, no matter whether you're on Earth or in the 29 known galaxies, wherever you go, there you are. We are all people. Thank you and have a pleasant tomorrow. Bye bye.